Hey, now, what's up, y'all? Hey, doing this YouTube stuff, I realized that a lot of y'all love when a brother talks some street shit. Y'all love when you know, when I talk that gangster shit. Like, if you look at my YouTube page, right, I got videos from years ago where I talk about my experience being locked up in Big Sandy. I got 2 videos like that. I got 3 videos talking about my experience being locked up in Memphis. I think I got 1 or 2 videos about my experience on the juvenile block down DC jail. You know what I'm saying? And my Big Sandy video, that junk got, I mean, for me it's a lot of views. That junk got like 30,000 views. So I know y'all like hearing that gangster shit, but just understand when it come to me, like, I'm not in the streets. So when I talk them stories I be telling, that shit be like from old shit that I've done in the past. Like, I go to work every day, I'm paying bills, I'm taking care of me and my folks and shit. So that's just what it is. And you know, I can't tell 100,000 gangster stories. I can only tell a finite number of stories because, I mean, it's my life, it's real life. So, you know what I'm saying? I did 7.5 years in prison. Like, I don't got a million prison stories. But I can say this, like, I'm 40 years old. I came home from prison in 2009. It is 2024. You know what I'm saying? So that's 15 years that I haven't been in prison. So, you know what I'm saying? I was doing all my shit when I was young. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, yeah, I haven't done no time or been found guilty since 2009, but I have been locked up probably like 10 times since I came home in 2009. And the last time I got locked up was 2017 for a gun charge, and I fought this gun charge for 2 years. It took me 2 years. They finally threw that shit out in 2019, but I fought that motherfucker from 2017 to 2019. So the reason why it was for 2 years, for one, I bonded out. Anytime, and understand, when I talk street shit, I'm trying to use the wisdom that I do have to try to educate other people. So when you are in the streets, if you are doing anything, if you hustling, selling drugs, make sure you have bond money. If you live in a state that has bond, make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be no hustler and you get locked up and you got a $10,000 bond and you sitting there in jail for months. You know what I'm saying? Going to court from jail because you can't pay your bond. Like, if you hustling, you should have that money. Do that. Make sure you keep some bread in the cut, because you never know what may happen. So in 2017, I'm chilling. I'm in Maryland. I'm chilling with a female. And oh no, this what happened. So we went to the movie. I think the movie It was out. So I went out PG Plaza to the movie theater, me and a female friend of mine. So we caught the last show. So, you know, once the movie ended, you know, it's like midnight, it's around midnight. So the female I was with, she called the Lyft or Uber, whatever the fuck it was. So when the Uber come, you know, I open the door for her, she get in the car, and then, you know, I get in the car. As I'm getting in the car, the Uber driver, he turned all the way around in his seat like, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, his energy, the way he talking, but he talking to her. So I get in a car, and I'm thinking in my mind like, that, the nigga not even acknowledging. Like, bro, you think you gonna talk to a female like, and she with a dude? Like, and it's like midnight, bro, it's late as shit at night, nigga. Come on, man. So anyway, so he was like, I didn't know at that time, you know what I'm saying, that when I opened the door, when she got in the car, her first comment was, took you long enough. That's what she said to the driver. So the driver reacted off of that. But that shit don't matter to me, because you working. You know what I'm saying? If you feel as though she was being disrespectful, instead of arguing, you could have just canceled the ride, or you could have kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, once I got in the car, I was like, come on, dog, like, what you doing? Just drive, man, drive, like, drive. So when I said that, he was like, what? Now I'm a man. I'm like, brother, nobody is questioning your manhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want this money or nah? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want this bread or nah, bro? Drive the car. So he was like, I can't even remember exactly what he said, but I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this rap and fuck you too. Come on, shorty, let's go. So I get out the car. I go to motherfucking open the door for her. Before I even get to her door, this nigga done hopped out the car. So, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's a threat to me because you supposed to be driving. I'm getting out your car because I'm done with this ride. I'm done. I'm about to leave with my folks. What the fuck you getting out the car for? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, not going into too much detail, but anyway, I end up telling nigga, get the fuck on, Slim. Go about your business, roll out. The nigga pulled off. We go across the street. We call another Uber. Well, she ordered another one. Before the Uber get here, I just see police. Phew, phew, phew. You know what I'm saying? Flying down the street and shit. So I'm like, oh, shit, they gotta be coming for me. That's how I was thinking. So, you know what I'm saying? The police come. They pressing me out. You know what I'm saying? I tell them what happened with me and the driver, that it wasn't nothing. I was like, yeah, I got a knife on me, but, you know, that's all I got on me and shit. So, you know, they had me in the cuffs. They sitting down. They got me sitting down on the curb with the cuffs on me and shit. And next thing I know, a dude came over. I don't know where the fuck, you know what I'm saying? He started talking to the police. When he was talking to the police, you know, it's dark as shit outside. You know, they flashed the light and it just illuminated everything that was behind them. And they saw a gun on the ground. So then they said that was my gun. So I was like, nigga, that ain't my gun. But whatever, I'll fight that. So, they locked me up. They sent me to Upper Marlboro, which is a jail in Maryland. And they gave me $100,000 bond for a gun. And check this out. It was a .22 revolver. You know what I'm saying? It was a little ass deuce. That's one step away from being a pellet gun. And they gave me a $10,000 bond for a deuce revolver, right? So I don't have, you know what I'm saying, just 10,000 laying around. I ain't no celebrity or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I come up hard and shit. But, you know, I keep bond money. So I was able to find, I think it was like a 2% bondsman or something. So they allowed me to pay $1,000. You know what I'm saying? They allowed me to pay $1,000 to get out. I got out and they put me on a payment plan to pay off the rest of the $10,000. I owed it another $9,000. So I was working. So I was paying, you know what I'm saying? I can't even remember how much it was, but every 2 weeks I was paying that shit, which was cool. So the point of the story is they was trying to give me, after I bonded out, you know what I'm saying? I got a lawyer. I got a paid lawyer, Anna Ayeda. You know what I'm saying? I paid her $1,500 for that case. And when we went to court, they threw that shit out. No lay prosecute or whatever. So she was like, if they try to bring it back up or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Just holler at her, let her know and all that shit. And that's what happened. So I'm living my life. I ain't even thinking about the gun charge no more. Now it's around 4th of July. It's probably a little after the 4th. I got a whole bunch of fireworks in my car and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go where they was in my trunk. I'm chilling with a female. You know what I'm saying? We smoking, just sitting in the car, relaxing in front of where she was living at. Next thing I know, a car pulls up and a child get out the car. And then the child get back in the car, and then the car drive like to the, like down like 2 blocks. We smoking, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, motherfucking 2 police cars put we in like a complex. So they, you know, they blocked, the 2 police cars came and they blocked me in. So evidently, this bitch, she's a bitch. In fact, she was one of them bitches that got a motherfucker threw gasoline on that bitch and set her on fire. That shit was all on the news. It was a few females that happened to, and this was around 2017, 2018. So she was one of them victims. But off of that shit, I can see why that shit happened. On some real shit, cause me and my friend was just sitting in the car. Like, she lived right there. We sitting in front. That's not her house, but it's where she's staying at. I'm sitting in my car. We just talking. Ain't no music playing loud. We chilling, talking, just smoking a J. This bitch decides to pull up, look at us, and then call the police. Like, bitch. So the police come, they pressing, they trying to find. All it was a J. When the police came, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I tossed it, I ate it, or whatever the fuck, but yeah, they couldn't find no weed. I tell them, all I was doing was smoking a Black and Mild, bro. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? I gave them my driver's license. They run my name and shit. And then they tell me I got a warrant. So the gun charge had got dropped in a smaller court. I guess it was in district court. It got dropped, I guess. And then Superior picked it up, or however that shit worked. I don't even remember how that shit worked, but the smaller court dropped it, then the other court picked it up, which I don't know why they was being petty. So once the other court picked it up, I reached out to my lawyer, Anna Ayeda. She done got barred. Right there how they said disbarred or barred. She can't even teach lawyer because she had some type of immigration case or something, dealing with some Migos or something, and they didn't, you know, sued her or some shit. Something happened where she couldn't even practice law no more. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, when they locked me up, also, they didn't lock me up. They locked me up for having a warrant, but then they you know, they searched the car. They, you know, in Maryland, you ain't supposed to have fireworks. The nigga want to charge me for every single firework that I had, which is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I bust my shit in DC. I'm from DC. You know, you ride around. Like, that shit was just stupid. It was stupid. But I had a $3,000 bond for that shit. So I paid $300, got out. And then, you know, I couldn't, my lawyer had got barred or whatever, so I wasn't paying no more money. I'm like, damn, so I gotta pay $10,000 on a $100,000 bond, paid $300 on a $3,000 bond, paid $1,500 for Anna Ayeda, and I'm not hustling or robbing or doing nothing. I go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? So I just ain't had the bread like that to keep putting money out there, you know what I'm saying? And motherfucking, I got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a public defender, and I swear, man, this every time I was going to court, this motherfucker kept saying, like, man, you know, man, because of your history, you know, if you get found guilty, because I was telling him, I'm taking this shit to trial, man. It ain't my shit, man. I'm telling him, run fingerprints, you know what I'm saying? He like, oh, well, the handle taped up, so they probably not going to do that. And I'm, man, whatever. Well, I'm taking it to trial. So this is a message for all the people that's in the street. This message for people that's in the streets that's trying to get out the streets. But I understand you got to do what you got to do until you can get where you need to be. So now, when you catch these charges, if you don't get caught red-handed at the scene with the weapon or whatever in your hand, don't cop to nothing, man. Understand, when you dealing with a public defender and when you dealing with prosecutors, they have dozens and maybe hundreds of cases that they're dealing with. To go to trial takes a lot of time. They have to put all their focus on you. They can get behind and work because, you know, they got, like, if you got a public defender and you trying to go to trial with that public defender probably got 40 other people on his caseload, maybe more than that. I don't know how they do it, but you know what I'm saying? That's why they be trying to press you to cop. Same thing with the prosecutors. They got a whole rack of cases they got to deal with. Imagine if they got 50 cases and everybody trying to go to trial. They won't have enough time in a day, man. It won't be enough time. That's why they trying to get you to cop. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, if you just don't be scared, a lot of people, y'all get scared, man. Don't be scared, stand strong. And don't cop. Cause even like I told my public defender, man, cause the man, he was just, man, come on, man, you know, you facing this much if you get found guilty and all that. And I'm telling this man, like, look, brother, I would rather take it to trial, get found guilty, and do my time as a man than to admit to some shit that I ain't do. That's what I'm telling my lawyer. Because understand, even if you get found guilty, hey, you can always go back on appeal. You can appeal your shit because I'm telling you I ain't do that shit. I'm not admitting no guilt. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? When you admit to some shit, you giving your life away. You know, you can't go back on appeal. That shit gonna be on your record. That's just what it is. You gotta deal with that. You gotta do that time. You gotta be on papers, all that shit. Stop being scared, man. Don't be gangster on the streets. And then when it's time to deal with law enforcement, you scared as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not real, man. That's not gangster. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, man, they was trying to get me to cop, and I kept telling that motherfucker, I'm not copping this shit. Just like that. I'm not copping, bro. We going to trial. So they kept continuous. And look, the whole time, I ain't never missed no court date. I'm coming to court. Never miss no court date. I never seen the Bama in the court. They making all these excuses. They talking about, oh, he's a bodyguard for Georgetown. Talking about the Georgetown Warriors and all that shit. Oh, he's a bodyguard for Georgetown and he's out with the team and all. Hey, bro, I don't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if y'all don't got no witness and he ain't trying to press shit, like how y'all trying to pick up cases for a fucking deuce revolver. Shit don't make sense, man. Take that shit to trial, man. So, you know what I'm saying? They kept continuing until 2 years later, after, man, 8, 9, 10 court dates, however many court dates I had, man. 2 years later, once again, I'm thinking I'm about to start trial. You know, I'm dressed up. You know, I come in that motherfucker. And once again, the prosecutor asking for a continuance, and a black judge was like, hey, this been going on long enough. And they threw that shit out. And that was 2019. So that was the last time, you know what I'm saying, I dealt with the court system. It's 2024 now. Hey, I'm having a good little run, man. But even better than that, the last time I've been in prison, I came home in 2009, man. I ain't been in prison since, man. So that's how I'm trying to live my life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a rooftop, you know. I'm on a rooftop, cooling. Hey, look, understand, like, I know the streets, that shit be fun and all that, but most dudes or whoever that's in the streets, y'all dudes ain't really getting no money. I can't lie to you, man. I'm living better now than I ever was when I was out there robbing, hustling, or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my girl live together. She don't pay shit. I pay all the bills. Rent, gas, electric, Wi-Fi, whatever apps we watching, you know what I'm saying? Buy food, but she buy food too. You know what I'm saying? Buy toilet paper by the bulk, paper towels by the bulk, you know what I'm saying? I come in the house, take all my shit, all walk around, you know what I'm saying? Just in my boxes, you know, I'm the king of my castle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all in the streets, y'all can't do that because y'all ain't really getting no money. Like, if you in the streets and you getting, and even if you is getting bread, oh, when it's time for you to get an apartment or something, and you gotta be able to show pay stubs. When it's time for you to get that whip, you gotta show pay stubs, or you always gonna have all your shit in somebody else's name. You know what I'm saying? That's not good adulting. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm alright. I ain't where I wanna be in life, but I'm okay. I can do this little weak ass job. You know what I'm saying? Make my money, and you know, I'm a maintenance technician, so my job's sweet. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do my little tickets and shit, and then I can, you know, come back and come up this motherfucker, chill, make a video, and talk to y'all and shit. But yeah, man, I make videos about all type of shit. Like, I'm a true Washingtonian. I love my Washington sports teams, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I support that. I support DC boxers, Maryland boxers. Yeah, I support all that. So yeah, man, I'm gonna keep making these videos. If y'all feeling it, man, hey, like my shit. You know what I'm saying? Share this shit. And look, understand this, man. Everybody can come up in this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? If we all like follow each other, we all like each other's shit, and we all share each other's shit, then we all would come up and get that bag. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all.